Now we have some verbs. Okay. For example, as I told, like when you learn the verb, any verb, think in how many different ways you can use the verb. So abschließen, you know abschließen, right? But you can see the verb schließen as well, right? So what does schließen mean? It means to close. For example, close the door, close your mouth, or uh, whenever you want to say close something, close the window or something like that, close the fridge door, or close the bathroom door, right? Close the file, like when you are, let's say if there is a new someone new in the company and you are supposed to onboard them, right? You tell, like, can you please open this file, and you tell them like, okay, this is all that is, and you'll say, now you can close the file, right? Jetzt kannst du die Datei schließen. Yeah, Biram, please ask. Something, that is STH, something. Yeah, yeah, to close something. Yeah. Now another way to use schließen is that etwas Akkusativ aus etwas Dativ schließen, right? This is like, how do you say, advanced way of using the verb schließen to infer something or gather something for something. For example, something happens and you say, ah, from this I inferred, right? So for example, let's say I'm your colleague and you are new in the team and I send you a presentation, right? And then at some point I ask you a question and you answer me, and you say, yeah, ich konnte diese Information aus dieser Präsentation schließen, to gather something, to infer something, or from something. I'm trying to say is that don't just use the verb like in a normal. Try to see in how many different ways you can use the same verb, right? So to infer or gather something from something. Questions? Not ausschließen. Aus etwas Akkusativ, aus etwas Dativ schließen. Like to infer something from something. So to get some information, like ich konnte diese Information aus dieser Präsentation schließen. I could gather this in. Yeah. You can say that, yeah, but I think it's you can say it. It's not, yeah, uh, it's not wrong. But I'm just, you can say it. It's fine for beginning. You can say it, but as you continue using it, you will you will have enough. You'll know that, okay, when to say it, when not. You cannot use the same phrase in all the situations. You know what I'm trying to say? You that come, but from now you can use it. Aufschließen, to means to unlock. So close is schließen. Aufschließen means to unlock. Okay. Or instead of, you can just say open, right? You don't have to say unlock, you can just say open. Okay. Etwas Akkusativ abschließen, we just discussed, right? Abschließen means to finish, complete, finalize something, right? If you are working in some team, especially like where you are working with IIT guys, you will work in Scrum, right? You'll have sprint of 1 month, especially 1 month or maybe more than 1 month, and you will have sprint planning. This 8 hour sprint planning. In that, you are supposed to come up with you're supposed to, like, not exactly, but you're supposed to finish the backlog, right? You should finish, wir müssen den Backlog abschließen, right? To finish, to finalize the list, right? Etwas Akkusativ ausschließen. Now, ausschließen, like this means to exclude something, to rule something out. Okay. Let's say you are talking about something and, there are certain, let's say you're talking to a client uh, and uh, can't think of an example. I'm saying, like, whenever you can rule something out. Okay. Let's say you are, let's say some, mm, let's say you are work. There is a question and there are four options, and you can, like, like, by, how do you say it? You can remove the least possible option, right? So wenn es vier Optionen gibt, ihr könnt eine ausschließen. You can exclude something, rule something out, right? When you are, let's say a client comes to you and says, like, what can you, like, which the client says, you offer them five solutions and the client says, okay, tell me which is the best one for my situation, right? Then you say, okay, für ihre Bedürfnisse, ihre, Anforderungen, wir können die zwei Optionen ausschließen, right? This is how you can use them. Sorry. uh, Not really getting you. What? Yeah. Also, please use microphone because there's some background. Yeah, 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 yeah. To unlock a puzzle. Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, yeah. But you should think of like using in real life. Like I always talk about like professional life. We don't speak German in like even I don't. I mean, think of examples from professional life. Now, aufgeschlossen, it can be an adjective. So aufgeschlossen is open-minded, outgoing. Whenever you see a job advertisement, I don't know, I don't see it now, but 2 years ago they write aufgeschlossen, right? Open-minded, outgoing. Man soll aufgeschlossen sein. You know. Then there is this. I don't think it's relevant for you. I don't think you are going to use it in real life, but it's good to know. Reißverschluss, der Reißverschluss means zipper. you know Zipper, part of our life. I'm saying when you learn something, see how many different ways you can use it. Let's look at more examples now. Karthikeyan is left eye, right? Karthikeyan, or did you already try? Did not try. Then please tell me, how do I say this thing in German? It would be helpful if this it would be blah blah. It would be helpful if we had the necessary blah blah. Every project this thing happens, right? Yeah. So how do I only focus on the first sentence, Karthikeyan? How do I say it is helpful? How do I say it is helpful? Is Karthikeyan? This is A2. No, I'm saying how do you say present tense? Don't forget would be. Tell me, how do I say it is? Es ist. How do I say it was? Es war. Now you are saying imaginary, not is, not was. You're saying imaginary. What is the imaginary of sein? Which verb? So sein, imaginary. Veran, Karthikeyan. Veran, right? So es vera. Okay. Yeah, es vera, right? Es vera and helpful. What? How do you say helpful in German, Karthikeyan? Okay, no problem. How do you say if? Okay, if we already had, this is like all you have. Like tell me, how do I say we have present tense? We have, we had past tense. Very good. Now you're saying imaginary. So how do you say imaginary? We had, but like imaginary. If we had Hatton, correct. That's all there is. Now you just have to know how to say, like we had information. Information is information. Now if you want to say necessary information, you have to know how to say necessary as an adjective. Do you know the adjective for necessary? Okay. No. How do you say already? Like, as in shown. Okay, so that's good, right? So this is how you can think of. So please read the sentence, Karthikeyan. Okay, information hätten. Okay. No, no. Now, like normally you can just, say, okay, I learned, like Konjunktiv II, but if you should be smart, you can go one step further. You can see that, like, you're using an adjective, right? And the adjective will have an ending. The ending depends on the noun and in which case it is. But sometimes you can be smart. I said plural dative genitive, the adjective ending is n. Then I told you whenever it is feminine, adjective ending is always a. Forget which case. Okay, it's a. Yeah. So affordability. Yeah. Yeah. Affordability. There are various ways to say necessary, like affordability, notwendig, nötig, but I'm using affordability. Okay. Notwendig you can also say use. It's fine. Yeah. So bereits is another way of saying shown already. Yeah, yeah, bereits. You can also say shown. It's fine. Hätten. You are saying sure. It's not sure. Information. It's sir, not sure. Sir, like sir, not sure. Sir. Yeah, Matsion. Yeah, Hätten. Any questions? Questions. Now, you can think of examples, replace helpful with something else and replace helpful with whatever you want to and replace the information with something else. Es wäre besser, wenn wir, you can replace, es wäre besser, wenn ich eine größere Wohnung hätte. Es wäre besser, wenn ich 2 Zentimeter größer wäre, you know, something like that, right? Es wäre besser, wenn ich jeden Tag ins Fitnessstudio gehen könnte. Think of imaginary things. But real life, don't think, write sentences which you can imagine saying someday. Don't write something stupid that you will never say. Okay. Yeah. I'm not saying like you, Karthik, and don't. I'm saying like everyone. Okay. Yeah. uh, uh, Everyone. Okay. Yeah. So inform, let's look, so you learned the verb information, right? Let's see what is the verb informieren, right? So whenever you learn, every verb can be, this is B1 level stuff, but let's learn something that right way. Every verb, not every verb, but most of the verbs. Yes, please. Yes, please. Not vara, vera. Correct. Es wäre hilfreich, wenn wir das Auto hätten. Like, if we had a car. It's not wrong, it's correct. Yeah, it's correct. Yeah, 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 yeah. So let's look at, as I said, like in B1, as you go, not when you go further, like, B2, C1 stuff, C1 level, they will teach you that how you can convert a noun to a verb and how you can convert a verb to a noun. Don't learn that. Just whenever you learn a noun, see, can is there some noun? Like, for example, you know, from English, right? Information is a noun and to inform is a verb, right? Right? Something like that, right? So that's how you should think, right? For example, running is a noun. Run running is a verb to run. Run, like run is a noun, something like that. Okay. Racing is a verb. Race is a noun, something like that. Okay. So informieren means to inform. You know. Now you want to say to inform someone. Jemanden informieren, like to inform someone. Now you want to inform someone about something. To inform, then you have to say jemanden über etwas Akkusativ informieren, to inform someone about something. Okay. If you want to inform your boss about something or whatever. Okay. Now you will say, how do I learn? Like for every verb, I will have to learn, like, which adjective, which preposition I can use. It's tough life, but you don't have to learn everything on the very first day. If you learn 10 verbs every day. No, no, no. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you are right. You will have a noun over here. Yes. Yeah. So inform someone about something. Yeah. So ich informiere, ich möchte dich über eine ich möchte dich über eine Kunde informieren. I want to inform you about a client. Ich möchte dich über eine Tatsache informieren, das passiert ist. I want to inform you about a situation which happened. Yeah. Dich über etwas, whatever that is. I inform you about something. But you never say I inform you. You normally, so this is this is not my. I mean, this is how you learn in books as well. So this is how you will learn this verb. Jemanden über etwas Akkusativ informieren. So here the verb is informieren. So let's say I use the verb subject ich. Okay, then the verb will be ich informiere. Right now I inform someone. Jemanden, like jemanden informieren. Inform someone. Let's say I inform you, Satish, Santosh. Right? I inform you as Santosh about über etwas Akkusativ. I inform someone about something. About über das meeting. Okay? Yeah. Now, if I just want to use a pronoun for you instead of your name, I will say ich informiere ihn. Okay? If let's say some woman, sie. Okay? Yeah. Now, you never say I informs. You always, you will say I want to inform, I should inform, I wanted to inform, I could inform. So you never will say ich informiere you with us meeting. I never say, right, I inform you. I'll say I will inform you, or I wanted to inform you, or I did inform you. What I'm trying to say is that write few sentences where you can imagine saying those sentences. Okay? What I'm saying is informiere dich über das meeting. You will never say. Okay? Makes sense, right? This sentence you will never say. You may say, I want to inform, I wanted to inform, I would inform, I will inform. Write those sentences. So if you want to say, I will inform, ich werde. Now, the moment you use werden, this one will leave here and go towards the last position. I will inform. This we will learn. We have not learned this future tense. We have not learned this, but I'm telling you. Or if you want to say, I wanted to inform, ich wollte dich über das Meeting in this you know already. Ich wollte dich über das Meeting informieren. Questions. Santosh, sorry? Yeah, Karthikeyan, please. You can say yeah, it's the same thing. Uh, Meeting is also meeting. Besprechung, there is a difference between meeting and meeting can be any. When I say Besprechung, meeting can be just meeting. Like it may not mean anything. So Besprechung is like where some Besprechen is going to happen. Where not this. Where some discussion is going to happen. Yeah. More questions? No, no. I'm saying like so. Whatever you have over here, that will be in accusative format. In accusative case, that's what it means. Yeah. Whatever you have over here, that will be in accusative case. Here you don't see anything, but if I say, I want to inform you about the report. Report is berished, and berished is there berished, and there in accusative becomes then. Okay. Yeah. Yes. One request, guys, please join using microphone. Uh, just a request. No, for you it's fine. I'm saying other participants, please don't mind, but I'll appreciate if you can join using microphones. Not you, Abhiram. If yours is fine. Yeah. So the next one is sich Akkusativ über etwas Akkusativ informi. This is reflexive, right? Sich informieren, to catch up on something. You know, uh, you join a project and the colleagues are trying to explain you something, and you're like, no, 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 don't worry. I can, catch up on something very quickly. You know, ich informiere mich schnell darüber. You know, so to catch up on something, sich Akkusativ informieren, to catch up about on something. To catch up is to sich Akkusativ informieren. Like to, what means like catch up, right? On something, über etwas Akkusativ. Questions? So this is, I'll tell you, I will also, yeah, so it's reflexive verb, right? So, yeah, yeah, reflexive verb. So, sich, sich, boy, sich Akkusativ informieren is like reflexive verb, So, ich, when you say this like this, ich informiere mich. So, so if you say ich, you'll have to say mich. If you say, if you instead of ich, you say er, you will have to say sich. How do I know this? Because we discussed this in a session where you will have to use reflexive pronomen. Ich, mich, du, dich, er, es, sie, sich, wir, uns, and so on, right? Yeah. It's there. You can more questions. Okay. Well, just okay. Yeah, I think yeah, this will not do today. Let's do something. Some okay, some vocabulary learning. I don't know if it's clear or not. Let me zoom in. I don't know if I is it clear or do I need to zoom in? Can you guys read? If you cannot read, tell me. Otherwise, I will know you can read. Okay. If you Rishabh, do you mind reading the nouns and telling me what the meanings are? Okay. Okay. Then I will zoom in. Just for my peace of mind, Karthikeyan, I have you joined using a laptop or a phone? Okay, then I will zoom in. Thank you. Uh, yes. So yes, thank you very much, Karthikeyan. So before Rishabh starts reading, what I'm trying to say is that this is vocabulary. Every time you learn German, there are three parts: grammar, vocabulary, practice. Practice you have to do. Grammar anybody can teach you. You can learn it at any time. You don't need more than 7 to learn all the grammar, right? But you will forget the next week if you don't use it. Vocabulary takes time. So how do you learn vocabulary if you're preparing for an exam? Just download the vocabulary list from Gyothe website. That will help you pass the exam. But that you may not need. So for real life, if you are working for Amazon, you need different kind of vocabulary. If you're depending on your lifestyle, what job you have, you may need different vocabulary. So for that vocabulary, you have to build on your own, right? You just note down the nouns in the words in German, in English, what you think you should know in German, and every day you take a page, you buy a book, and you divide the page into four parts. The first part you write all the new nouns that you think you should know. Second part, all the new verbs. Third part, adjectives, adverbs. Fourth part, you can write phrases, idioms, whatever you think you use quite often. Okay. So, Rishabh, can you please start reading the nouns and telling us meanings if you know? So it's dicker. There is a spelling mistake. There should be e at the end or a. The dicker. Yeah, yeah. Length, breadth, thickness, or yeah. The third, yeah, third, yeah. Depth or thickness or whatever you think, right? Whether it's relevant or not, I don't know. It's not relevant to my life, but it's part of A2 vocabulary as per Gyothe, I believe. Continue reading, please, Rishabh. No, nah, Castan. Yeah, yeah. No, no. Brief. What do you think brief is? Post box. Post box. Yeah. Post box. Yeah. Plural will be Kasten. Brief Kasten. Yeah. Continue reading, Rishabh, please. Yes. Yeah. I think, sorry, it should be umlaut, okay? There's a spelling mistake. It should be, oh, yeah. 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 Where do you keep your garbage? Yeah. So actually, the next one, mule eimer is the garbage bin. Mule tonner is what your building has. So, whenever you live, like in your house, you have that small bin, right? That is mule eimer. When you take it all and you put it in the big, I don't know, that bin or whatever you can call it, the entire building, throws it there. That is mule tonner. Okay. So don't say we have a mule tonner at my home. It just sounds weird. Okay. Now, mule. I'm saying you can use the same noun in different. Mule means garbage, but you can also use it to describe your friends or what is there inside their head or someone you don't like. I'm using the example mule. Don't do it. You can think of how you use the same noun in many different scenarios. Okay. The example that I gave is stupid. You can think of better examples. Continue. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Sometimes it's sunny, but yes. Yeah. Yeah. Muscle. Yeah. 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 It's not budget, it's budget. Just learn. There are some nouns you have to pronounce. It's budget. Okay. Budget. It's the same thing, budget only. Yeah. Yeah. Continue. Anyone wants to? Yeah. Santosh, do you mind? Thank you very much, Rishabh. Santosh, do you mind reading the verbs and telling us the meanings? Yeah. If you buy a flower pot from IKEA or flower, you have to. It needs sunlight and yeah, you need to water it. Okay. Now but you can now I'm just I'm trying to give stupid examples. Gießen, you only can use it with respect to uh, uh, like flowering a plant. But sometimes I don't know, like if you throw water at someone, you say like ich muss, ich gieße ihn, like if the person says like what are you doing, you say ich muss dich gießen, something like that. But yeah, don't do that. Yeah, continue please. Yeah, renovate. Okay, not renovation. Renovation will be noun. That is Renovierung. Yeah. Not plant, to flower a plant. Sorry, not to, no, so to water a plant. To water a plant. Yeah. No, no. Futen is eating, is actually, it means, I can give you an example. Yeah, to feed, right? I can give an example. You remember, right? I was living in a building, and there were the couple. It was a very, like, the building had, like, like the doors were always open. It's rare in Germany, but I was living there at some place where the doors, like, your door is never closed. It's an open environment. And there are a couple. They had a baby, only baby in the entire building, and everybody. So whenever they used to sit outside, he had a small chair on on his chair at the back side. Like he used to sit. Not audio. What am I doing? So that you remember. So they wrote this. So verboten means like not allowed, like not allowed. Okay, Futen is verboten, so they just like don't feed our baby. You will see this, when you go to parks in Germany. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So oh wait, I need to zoom again, right? Yeah. Stinken, what does it mean? If I don't take shower for 10 days, you don't want to sit next to me, right? Yeah. To stink, to stink. Yeah, it's the English word as well, to stink. Yeah. Yeah, next one. What what is entspannen? What is entspannen? And yeah, and spannen is the opposite of it. Now I know spannen because I okay, so it was relevant to my life when I was studying. It means to tense something. When you stretch a rod, you're spanning it. Okay, to stress. Not relevant for your life, relevant for my life. Was continue. Sperren. When you receive if you have an account from your home country, you must be receiving like bank statement every month. If you forward it to me, can I read? Can I open that file? Yeah, it's protected. Yeah, locked. Sperren means to lock. And what do you think entsperren means? Just the opposite. Unlock. So what you learn today, please, yeah. So when you learn a verb, learn the opposite. I'm just giving you an example. Spannen, entspannen, sperren, entsperren. Now don't take every verb and add end to it and think it's opposite. It will not work. Sometimes it will know what I'm saying. Learn when you learn a verb, learn it in a very smart way. Learn a verb, think how many different prepositions you can add to it, how the meaning changes, what is the opposite of it, and what are the synonyms of the opposite and the synonyms, something like that. This one, sparen, Santosh, what do you think it means? Yes, to save, right? Uh, anyone, Karthikeyan, yeah, Yeah, but I don't think you. Yeah, it's the opposite. I don't think you will need this in real life. Yeah, where you can use it, like, when you stretch a rod. When are you going to say stretch a rod? Never, right? Unless and until you're working in that field where you have to say stretch something. Makes sense. I'm saying entspannen. I'm saying, like, the use. So spannen you can ignore, but what the idea was that I'm telling you, like, this is how you build opposites, right? So entspannen is relevant, sperren is relevant, entsperren is relevant. Stinken, I don't think it's relevant. Most of the people shower every day, but you can describe it, use it to describe your friend's apartment. Like seine Wohnung stinkt, right? His apartment, stinks all the time. Yes. Uh, yeah, Karthikeyan, please read the adjectives and please give me the meanings. Come on, Karthikeyan. Adjective, long, not length. Adjective, long. Yeah, lang means long. Bright means what? Here, check. Länger, breiter, dicker. Length, breadth. Yeah, and now the adjectives. Long, wide, thick. Long, wide, thick. Right? For example, wie lang, how long, something like that, like how long, it is like blah blah centimeters long. It is blah blah centimeters bright. It is blah blah centimeters thick. I don't think it's relevant to your life, but if it's relevant, learn these adjectives. Hook teeth, Karthikeyan. Not height. High, it's an adjective. Height is a noun. High. Deep, deep. Yeah. How we hope. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I don't know why it's a mistake. Kauf, I don't think why I wrote this. So ignore kauf. Learn the next two. Mobiliate. Mobiliate. Not mobiliate. Mobiliate. What you are saying mobiliate. Where do you see I between B and L? It's mobiliate, not mobiliate. 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 Yeah. Meaning? No. No, no, no. Anyone else? Furnished, unfurnished. Again. It's not mobiliate, it's mobiliate. Why do you guys see an I? There is no I between B and L. Mobiliate. This one, cardigan, eng. Eng means like, some narrow. Yeah, narrow. Next to, yeah. No. What is Volca, Karthikeyan? Here, you had Volca, right? Somewhere. Where did Volca go? Here. What does it Volca mean? Yeah, so cloudy. They both mean the same. Volkish, they both mean cloudy. Wasserdicht, Karthikeyan, what does it mean? People sell phones nowadays and they say you can throw it inside water and nothing will happen. That the phone is something like that. Schießen. Okay, schießen should not be here. It's a verb. Schießen. No, 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 no. That is schließen, Karthikeyan. It is schießen. What does schießen mean? It should be here actually. Schießen. If you play football, what do you do? Like, you have to blah blah the ball. What is blah blah? Kick. Schießen. Right? Yeah. You can also. Okay, let's not go there. I have some stupid examples in my head. This phrase, it's not. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. It's a mistake. It should be here. No, it's a mistake. Yeah, I don't know why I wrote. I can't think why. I think it's a mistake. Yeah, yeah. Ignore. Cow should not be here. I don't know what I wrote here. Schießen should be here. It's a verb. Now this phrase, right? Blah blah kilometer. You can say, blah blah kilometer from blah blah object entfernt sein. How far is your apartment? From, my apartment is like 10 kilo, like, 5 kilometers away from the station. Meine Wohnung ist 5 Kilometer von dem Bahnhof entfernt. Okay, entfernt sein, to be away. This is a phrase you can use. Okay. Uh, Please write, ask questions if it's not clear. Again, you can learn adjectives about my life, but vocabulary, please, if you're start doing this on your own. Okay. You know, okay. If there are no more questions, yeah. No, no. This is no. This I'm telling you. So the verb is that's how you. No, no. This is a phrase. This is not. This is I'm telling you. Like this is how you say something. Like let's say when you learn a verb, you learn the verb sein, right? Right. Now you want to say like sein is to be, right? Entfernt sein. You learn the verb as it is, right? Like sein. That's how you learn verbs, right? Yeah. Entfernt is like away, like adjective. So sein means to be, and Fernsein means to be away, right? Like, yeah. More questions? Okay, please ask. Okay, if no more questions, please do the homework. Okay, we have some homework from. Let me unshare and I'll share my screen again. We have homework from Rishabh. I'm not happy about that homework, but at least he did something, unlike other guys. I'll say so. Entfernt von Bahnhof. That's it. Meine Wohnung ist 5 Kilometer entfernt von Bahnhof. That's all. Yeah. Okay. Try to write sentences. Okay. Don't think that you will remember this today. Please write sentences. Okay. Many of you may think, okay, he said something, I know it. Now, when the time comes, I will say it. You will say it wrong, most of you. So try to write some sentences. Yeah, Rishabh, you can read your homework. Please read. Yeah. So Rishabh has written 10 sentences where he is using this verb with this preposition. Continue. Rishabh, try to read. You know, s- your what I'm saying, like these sentences you imagine you may say someday, right? So when you say, do you say the way you are saying right now? Read as if you are talking to me. Yeah, continue reading. Yeah. Okay. So most of I mean, let me see if there is a full stop missing, but I think I should not say it's fine. There is a full stop missing. But so your sentences on paper they are correct, but in real life, all of them, some of them may sound weird. You know what I'm saying? When I say weird, it's that many people don't say those things on paper. There is nothing wrong, you know. But if you say die Pflanze hängt von dem Wasser ab, you can say it is. You're saying it is dependent. You're saying the hängt von dem Wasser ab. You're saying the plant depends on the water, right? There is nothing wrong, at least to yeah, right. The sentence, all the sentences are correct on paper, but in real life, some of them may, may sound weird, something like, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now let me make your evening little bit bad. Thank you for doing the homework, but I had told you to write 10 sentences for all the verbs. You wrote only for one. Congratulations, you are master of Abhängen, but the other verbs you forgot. Yeah. So please, when do all the homework, otherwise, yeah. And the other guys who did not do the homework, I hope you are doing something very, very important than learning German. Yeah, let me see. Hängt von dem Wolken ab, das Geschmack des Ess hier, there should be Essence here, like as I Genitive, Essence. Zutaten ab, Entscheidung hängt von meinem Boss ab. Die Pflanze hängt von dem Wasser ab, die Erfolg in dem Fußballspiel hängt von dem Teamarbeit ab. Die Perfektion hängt von der Übung ab. Mein Glück hängt von meiner harten Arbeit ab. I don't see any mistake. I'll check later as well, and I'll email you. Okay, I'll correct this. I will add one more slide, and I will point out the. You have shared the slide with me, right? I will point out the mistakes. I don't think any mistakes there. Yeah, but yeah, try to do more homework. Try to do all the home. Yeah, yeah. Any more questions? If no more questions, thank you very much for joining on time. Please do the homework. Otherwise, attending these sessions are, yeah, question. Okay. If you attend these sessions, if you don't do the homework, it's not. I mean, you think you are learning something. Believe me, if you don't do the homework, you are not learning anything. You are learning something now. If you don't do the homework, you will forget. Okay. What I'm doing right now, you can also find better versions online. YouTube. There are people who do like they speak better English than me. They also are more concise because those are recordings, like proper YouTube videos. The reason you attend these sessions is that you can do some homework and you can practice. That's the reason you're attending these sessions. Okay. I hope I was rude enough. If not, I'll try harder next time so that you can do the homework. Have a nice. Yes, please. Yeah. So this is homework from the last session, right? So in the last session, we had like this. I showed you this list, and you had to write at least 5 to 10 sentences for each of these. For example, to work on something, you have to write, ich arbeite an etwas, ich arbeite an meinem Projekt, ich arbeite an meinem Leben, ich arbeite an meiner Gesundheit. Whatever you think, you can say, I'm working on something, right? To pass something, to pass an exam, to pass an interview, whatever, right? To think about something. Yeah, so I'm saying homework is that you write 10 sentences for each of these verbs. Not with arbeiten, an etwas dative arbeiten, to work on something. Yeah. Recording you can watch the recording because you have to do it. What is important is that you do today's homework. I can't go, I mean, I can try to tell you what the homework today is like. Start learning vocabulary. If you do nothing, start learning the vocabulary. uh, you should watch the recording one more time at least, because you we talk about you should watch the recording. I tell you, like, do this, do that, then you will also learn the homework. We did, like, 5 sentences today. Try to write the sentences in different ways, right? For example, this sentence: Es wäre hilfreich, wenn wir bereits erforderliche Informationen hätten. Remove information. It would be helpful if when we had blah blah. Write many blah blah. More information, more time, more people, uh, something like that. You can say it would be nice if we had more kindness in the world. Yes, of course. Yeah. So more questions. If you do nothing, do two things: watch the recording again, learn some vocabulary. That's all. Watch the recording again, learn some vocabulary. Yes. Having said that, guys, it's, yeah, I have to, yeah. Have a nice whatever the rest of the evening is left. Thank you for joining. We will see each other on Monday morning. Okay. Yeah. I will count from 10 to 1 and I will end the call. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, you too. 5, hey, most welcome. 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ciao.